For this tutorial, we're going to be not only making an image in Photoshop, but we're going to be animating the image in a program called ImageReady, originally developed to compress images for the internet. It also has a way to animate your images. Let's make a relatively small animated GIF. This is going to take a lot of processor power and also power, not so much processor power, power to download, time to download. And so here we go. Let's select an area. Just make a blob. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Here we go. Let's feather it a little bit. Make it look more realistic. Pick a nice color. And dump it in there. Let's take that again. And we want to give it kind of a 3D look, like it's a blob. So we want to select this and contract it. And we also want to feather that, of course, to look more realistic. And let's take the brush, get fairly large, take down the opacity. Make sure that you have one of these kind of feathered edges for your brush. And we'll start a little bit darker. So again, the opacity is fairly down. Let's take it even a little up, even a little further. And there we go. Let's make a little, oops, go a little bit darker. And there we go. And if we really want to go nuts, we can give a little bit of highlight up here. Okay, so we have our blob. And to animate a blob, we're going to need to have separate frames as it changes. An easy way to do that, just for fun and experimentation, is to go to Edit, Transform, and use one of these, Distort, Skew, any of these to do that. So actually, before we do that, let's create another frame. Duplicate layer, duplicate layer. So now we have 1, 2, 3 layers, exactly the same. Layer by layer, we can go in there, edit for editing the specific layer, and let's do a little bit of a distort on that. Can't really see it because it's behind other layers, but that's what it distorts to. You can see now. We'll do sort of a thing like that. And let's take the top layer now and distort that. Now we have 3 layers. Layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3, all different. So easily enough, we can open up Image Ready by down here at the bottom of the toolbar, clicking Image Ready. And when Image Ready pops up, we'll see that there may or may not be an animation timeline. But like any animation, what this is going to do, you're going to have one image followed by another image followed by another image, and your brain is going to tell you that it's actually moving, that it seems like it's moving, because your brain can't really distinguish between fast movements. Okay, here we go. Here was our timeline. If you don't see a timeline, let's go Window, go down here to Animation. And here in the corner, this little arrow, we click on this, and this will make layers, make frames from layers. So there we go. There we have 3. We can play that. And there you go. Now we have a throbbing animated GIF. Go to here. Saved optimized as. And here's our option, is GIF. Okay, not a whole lot of options. So we'll save this as our Photoshop image. And that would go under wherever you stored your images. And we'll call that oops, somehow I got off track there. Saved optimized as, we don't want to save it. There we go. GIF, pictures, Photoshop, PS, and I'm going to save that as a GIF, because as it is, hard. I don't know why it's doing that. Saved, optimized as, GIF, PS6. Make sure it says GIF. If it says LIV, that's not going to work. It'll work, but it's just quit, don't save. Now let's open it up. LIV, that would open up like as a flash. We don't want to do that quite yet. And so if you open it up in a web page, just to check it, you can use Safari, you can use any other browsing program you have, Firefox, open file, Explorer, navigate to our picture, and there's our animated GIF.